The International Organization for Migration has launched a 4-year country strategy for Uganda, highlighting areas of focus for the period 2024 to 2028.
Here, as I said, with really the root causes, how can we make sure that we address the root causes of displacement, whether this is with regard to climate change, whether this is with regard to health emergencies. We see it more and more. We had COVID, we had all Ebola, now we're having Mpox. So how can this be basically further supported? And then, as I said, really to go in a direction to migration choice.
Gracing the launch were representatives from the different United Nations agencies who sang praises for Uganda's open door policy, which has seen people threatening to hit a 2 million mark find refuge.
For years, Uganda has been a model and shining light for how to receive and support foreigners, be they refugees or migrants.
The EU commends Uganda's open border policy for refugees and recognizes the country's generous and progressive refugee policy framework, which truly serves as a model in the region and beyond.
The Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Okello Oryem, represented the Prime Minister Robin Anabanja at the event. Describing a refugee status as one that does not discriminate, Minister Oryem disclosed that just like majority of his colleagues in cabinet, he is a former refugee, likening it to the reason for the country's famous open-door policy.
When you see welcoming to refugees, amongst the other factors, that the refugees from Sudan, Sudanese, we share the same culture, similar language, and so on. Apart from that factor, the fact is that the His Excellency President, including me, who is a refugee with him in Tanzania, and others, have the feeling and have the sympathy for those who seek refuge in these countries, because they know what we know, we feel, and we've experienced what they have gone through.
He, however, questioned the international community not to take this for granted, but consider supporting Uganda as she struggles to maintain the spirit of hosting displaced persons.
The impact on refugees, hosting refugees, is enormous to our economy. The pressure it puts on our schools, the pressure it puts on our health centers, the pressure put on our roads, the pressure put on our environment. All these are things that our development partners whereas they are aware of, but it's something also they should put their money in addition to praising us.
In response, the IOM Regional Director Franz Celestine expressed willingness to advance this call to development partners for consideration.
With this strategic plan, IOM is ready to work with the government of Uganda, to work with the individuals to support your generosity, to make sure that as we support the refugees, we also support the Ugandan people.
Earlier, the regional refugee coordinator of the U.S. government spoke of the untapped economic potential that lies in hosting refugees.
The United States has had an economic benefit of $124 billion. So I want to say that is almost $10 billion a year. And when I talk about that, that is taking into account the cost of resettlement. That is taking into account the cost of social assistance. That is the net benefit that comes to the United States from hosting refugees and asylum seekers, $124 billion.
Commenting on this, Minister Oryem minced no words, revealing that narrative only applies to developed countries. The International Organization for Migrations exists to, among others, confront the underlying causes of forced movement. Mary Namkose, Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.